Live and free from the heart of Ohio, the OH Report brings you girls KMACtion between the Lady Trojans of Centerburg and the visiting East Knox Lady Bulldogs. Victory narrowly escaped the Lady Trojans last week against Mount Gilead, so Centerburg will look to secure their first KMAC win of the year tonight against an East Knox team also looking to get back into the win column themselves. This is Jonathan Langdon. On the call with me will be Grant Hogger. Centerburg, East Knox, KMAC Hoops coming your way.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
And we're back from Centerburg. Jonathan Langdon alongside Grant Hogger. Great to finally have you with me.
It's awesome. I love it here.
And we're going to go ahead and get right into this pregame show as we've got about 3 minutes until we announce starting lineups. And let's just talk about first, let's go ahead and put the spotlight on the home team. Centerburg, they are right now 1-4, 0-3 in the KMAC, looking to get their first win.
Yeah, they're a team. They struggled last year, didn't have a great record, but they're coming out this year, really giving teams good games this year. They're shooting the three well. Looks like early you want to establish a team identity. It looks like their identity is to put the three ball up. They made 10 threes in their last game against Mount Gilead, accounting obviously for 30 of their team's points. As well in their first game, they against Mount Vernon, they made 9 threes in that game.
Yeah, and in that game against Mount Gilead, you see that the final score was 49-51, a close loss. It's important to note Mount Gilead right now 5-0. They're on top of the KMAC, so that is a very competitive game from a team last year that struggled against KMAC opponents. So let's take a look at some player spotlights for Centerburg. We're going to be focusing in on...
Yeah, so we've got Kenley Farrell. She's their leading scorer. Another one to note is Kayla Larimore, 11.2 points per game, 8 rebounds, almost 8.8, almost 9 rebounds per game. A big thing in this game is going to be about rebounding, is who can get the ball, who can capitalize on their positions, because I don't think you're going to get too many second chance points against the Centerburg team. Yeah,
and as you see there, Kayla had 48 points in 4 games as well. Those are the first 4 games of the season. Of course, that didn't include their game recently against Mount Gilead. However, that was a fantastic game as well. So looking at the starters, we'll start, in fact, with Centerburg. We'll start with Centerburg. Kenley Farrell will start. She wears number 1. Also, her sister, Chesney Farrell, will start. Clara Johnson, Kayla Larimore and Kennedy Glenn. Those will be the starters for Centerburg. Let's take it over now to East Knox, a team that has had a little bit more success. They just had a big win against Lucas. It wasn't their last game, but the game before that, they won 61-19. We had that live and free on the OH Report as well. But they did just play another game against Northmore. They lost by 12.
Yeah, and after, as you mentioned, that Lucas game, we heard after the game from Natalie Smith. She says this East Knox team, her coach gets mad at her if she doesn't go out and push the pace. So they want to get the ball in transition and move fast. And then also Sydney Offer, another part of this team's identity. She was a freshman last year and started on varsity. And so it's going to be interesting to see. She said she's really developed in the offseason and this year. But it looks like she might not be able to play today.
Yeah, 11-12 last year, 5-6 in the KMAC. You see there, they made a pretty good run in the playoffs. They ended up running into Bern Union, lost that game 45-21. District semifinals there, and there's that game against Northmore we were just talking about. Some player spotlights. You said one of them, Otfer, is actually not going to be playing in this game. A lot of sickness around this East Knox team. But there are some other players to spotlight.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how this East Knox team comes out and see how they play with all these missing players that we heard about.
Yeah, Natalie Smith is on your screen there. A senior, had 13 points against Heath. Their last win against Lucas, she had 17 to lead the way. So we're going to now take it down to the court as we get ready for the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So as the anthem was sung there, we have a look at our starting lineups. We talked about Centerburg. Now we'll talk about East Knox and their starting lineup. They'll be starting with Natalie Smith, of course, our player spotlight for today. Also Ella Devon and also Jaden Annette, Kaya Sawyers, and Raylan Todd. That will be the starting five for this East Knox team. Let's go ahead and take a look now at keys to the game. We'll start with East Knox. What do you have?
I would just say it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. They like to go out and push the pace, and we'll see. With Natalie Smith still at guard, still starting, I look to see that and to keep that the same. And as we did, we talked a little about Sydney Offer and how she is starting to have a big year. She was a freshman last year, really developed and is looking comfortable coming in this year. But looks like she might not be able to go today, it looks like.
All right, and then also now taking a look at Centerburg's keys to the game. They have some work to do, but it would be huge for them to get a win here.
Absolutely. I think both teams would definitely, wouldn't say they would need a win, but definitely both teams would really want a team, especially the Centerburg team coming in 1-4, last in the standings in the KMAC. One thing they do really well is they shoot the three well. 30 of their points were accounted for the three ball in their last game. And they have two players that are leading the KMAC in rebounding this season to start this year.
And as you can hear, the Centerburg lineup getting announced. Just a reminder on both of these teams. Last year, East Knox, they went 11-12. They went all the way to the district semifinals. It was a great year for them. Centerburg, on the other hand, 2-21, 0-12 in the KMAC. So this would be a huge win for them because it'd be the first KMAC win in quite a while, even spanning last year.
And they've come close this year, giving Mount Gilead, like you said, just the last game, losing by 2 points, giving them a really good game, but they just couldn't quite pull it out. So they're especially going to be fighting, and they have a great chance to get a win today.
Yeah, and you can just tell the improvement, especially on that Mount Gilead score, as you see them getting as we see the starting lineups being announced right now. Centerburg will be wearing the white jerseys, and East Knox, of course, have their purples on the road. And another reminder, a couple East Knox players missing today as the flu has kind of gotten into the Lady Bulldogs locker room.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a JV game before this, but they kind of had to combine teams. So it's going to be interesting to see the style of play as they come out.
So I see 5 on the court for East Knox. They've got, I think, 5 dressed on the bench right now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how many Lady Bulldogs see action here today as both teams get ready to go. We're at the circle.
Should be a good one. We got a little cross-county rival going on today.
8 minutes on the clock in this first quarter. Jumping is Annette along with the Centerburg center, Larimore. It's won by East Knox. We are in play. East Knox will drive. Well, on that sideline is going to be passed out of bounds. However, it's deflected. It will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. East Knox will have it on the baseline. Ball inside, tried to sneak it in there. It's stolen away. That's Larimore.
That was very good suffocating defense by Centerburg, not letting any easy pass on the inbound there.
So definitely be interesting to see how many threes get up for this Centerburg team. Driving inside, the pass doesn't quite get to the intended target, but it does get out for a 3. It's missed, though. It's rebounded by East Knox. The shot was up by 32, Kennedy Glenn.
And here comes that East Knox team pushing the pace. Put it on the yellow light a little bit there to collect themselves, but not for long.
Inside, they tried to find, I think that was Sawyers that they tried to find inside. It ended up being a turnover, though, and Centerburg will take it back. Tipped away, stolen by the Lady Bulldogs in transition. This is Devon. She'll slow it up now as the Centerburg defense retreats back. This is Natalie Smith with the ball. It's 17 points against Lucas in their latest win. Smith will drive in. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
And we saw why. It looks like she's definitely not afraid to attack the basket and she draws a foul. And might be seeing a lot of that tonight from her.
Smith did have a good amount of free throws in that win against Lucas. First free throw up. And it's no good off the front iron.
Another thing to note about both of these teams is East Knox, at least through the first 3 games, they only shot 40% on the free throw line.
Second free throw will fall. And East Knox hit the board first. 1-0 is the score. Centerburg will set up their offense. Up top, a 3, thought about it, Glenn. Passes it up, Farrell, Kenley Farrell to be specific, gives it up for 3. Clara Johnson clanks off the back iron, and it's tipped out by East Knox. It will stay on the right side of the court. Hand off to Farrell, gives it up. Glenn, another 3, no good long, rebounded by Smith. And here she comes.
We've seen the Centerburg team definitely put up the threes as we expected, but luckily for East Knox, none have been able to fall.
Some nice dribble moves, finds a wide open player. This is Ella Devon who gets on the board first. Nice pass there, nice dribbling as well from Natalie Smith. 3-0 East Knox. Driving, doesn't find much, hands it off. This is Larimore who almost loses it, still trying to fight for it, goes onto the ground. They were looking for a travel, East Knox, didn't get it. Lady Trojans will keep going. Larimore finds it, throws up a 3, long, rebounded by East Knox, and that is Todd. Todd still on the ball as she runs across the court. Throws a player to the ground, no call. Shot up, no good. Centerburg running the other way. Quickly with pace, she's fouled. Johnson had a lane that was cut off. And this will go to the baseline for Centerburg. No shot. Lady Trojans setting up a box offense. Larimore tried to get it there. Tips out of her hands. It will go to East Knox now.
And we've got a sub. Looks like that's number 11, Avery Glenn, coming in off the bench.
That's for Centerburg as East Knox have the ball here on offense. Todd gives it up. Sawyers. Bounce pass is stolen away and then immediately thrown away. So East Knox committed turnover and then they catch some luck from a Centerburg turnover. They'll get it back.
Yeah, both these teams already have 3 turnovers to start the game, and that was one thing I think that definitely hurt Centerburg in trying to get a win against Mount Gilly. They had 19 turnovers in that game.
Still trying to get us inbounded. They do. Smith gets it in, and they'll find her yet again. Smith on our far side. Between the legs move will go back towards the middle, hands it off. Todd gives it up. Devon. Devon gets it tipped out of her hands, so it will stay here. And still just 3-0. East Knox on the right side of the scoreboard right now. Good dribble to keep it away from the Centerburg defender. Todd will go across court, not quite able to get it to her teammate Sawyers.
Yeah, not a bad idea. She almost had the ball taken away from her, but she left her defender in the dust, and she had a quick 5-on-4 opportunity, so she did find an open player, but it just went over her head.
Centerburg back with the basketball. It almost gets stolen, tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Centerburg. Here's a look at the replay here. Yeah, just deflected there. And it looked like Farrell almost tried to grab it, but led up at the right time. Nice inbounds pass, gets Larimore inside. She's fouled, and she's going to go shoot 2, try and get Centerburg on the board here with just 4:22 to go in the first.
As you see, that was a very nice pass to find number 23, Larimore.
So Larimore at the line. First one is good. And then now Larimore will shoot a second. It's 3-1. East Knox make it now 3-2. And 3 of the 5 points so far have been free throws that will get tipped out of bounds. It will stay with East Knox. This will be Devon inbounding to Smith. Smith will put some moves on. Gets right at the elbow. Picks up her dribble, dishes it out, back to Devon. Devon with some nice tight defense by Centerburg. Crossover move, refuses a screen, goes inside, drives in, no good on the layup. Rebounded by Centerburg. Great hustle there, number 22, Chesney Farrell. Centerburg back on offense. They have a chance to take the lead here. Score just 3-2. Driving in, Johnson dishes it out. Larimore. Larimore loses her defender, causes her to slip. Hook shot, no good. And East Knox will come down with it. The Lady Bulldogs also looking to try and spark some offense. Todd steps it back, has Larimore on her. Dishes it outside. Nice rip through. Mid-range jumper long. It was a good move. $1 million move, 10-cent finish there. And now Centerburg in transition will get a foul in their favor. That will send them to the line. Johnson will go there.
Yeah, Centerburg's been playing some really tight defense, just trying to make everything uncomfortable for East Knox. East Knox is going to have to do a good job to take care of the ball if they want to stay in it.
That foul will go on Sawyers. She got her on the right arm. Clara Johnson shooting this free throw. A junior on this team. She misses the first, although she will have a chance to tie. Johnson up and good. So it's a tie game, threes on both sides of the scoreboard. 3:14 to go in the first. A little bit of pressure now coming from Centerburg, and it works out that time, even though East Knox almost had a wide open layup.
East Knox, I mean, on that play, they did a good job to get open, and you saw right under the basket there was an open player, but just throwing some errant passes early.
Larimore goes towards the middle, kicks it out. Farrell for three. That's good. That's good. Kenley Farrell, the freshman, knocking it down. So East Knox will now have to break this pressure. Smith picks up her dribble, doesn't really have anywhere to go. She's got to get it across the court. She'll just throw it away.
This is one thing we saw in our last game covering the East Knox boys, just a little bit of pressure from this Centerburg girls team. It's definitely working wonders for them, and it's created some disasters for East Knox.
2:40 now to go in the first. Larimore drives baseline, doesn't have much, dishes it outside, and that was an open Avery Glenn. She just couldn't hold it in. So another Centerburg turnover. We'll give it back to East Knox. East Knox have turned the ball over on their last 3 possessions. We'll see if they can change things up here. They won't. There's another steal. That was Larimore getting in there. Farrell thought about another 3, gives it up. Handoff to Larimore inside, throws a shot up. No good. Don't count it. That's a charge. Great job there by East Knox to get the positioning. Let's look at the replay here. Yeah, great positioning.
Yeah, she was well set. That was a very good play to get the ball back.
And if you're Larimore there, that's a great shot. Just
yeah, it was a great take.
Not able to get it off without fouling. So here's a 30-second timeout. Let's talk about what we've seen here. A lot of turnovers. Just a low-scoring game so far, 6-3, and Centerburg is up. What do you see? Let's not talk about turnovers initially, but what else do you see on the court?
I see to start out, Centerburg didn't do an amazing job, shooting the 3, but they got 1 to go. We'll see if they can get on a streak here.
So both sides will come out of the huddles now. We'll see. It looks like it's pretty much the same lineup, except we will have 1 sub. Tiara Shepard checks in for the Lady Trojans, wearing number 3. That is a freshman, 5'10" freshman. East Knox right now keeping it almost the same. There is 1 sub, 14. Mackenzie Ernsberger is in now. Smith has it for the Lady Bulldogs. Starts to dribble. She'll go towards the right side. Crossover. Looked like a double dribble in there. No call. Dishes it inside, and there's a layup up and good. The Lady Bulldogs cash in thanks to number 35, Raylan Todd.
That was a great pass. Besides, she may have gotten away with a double dribble there. She's looked particularly comfortable with the ball, and that's probably one person you're going to have the ball in your hands to keep possession of the ball.
Jumper no good. Avery Glenn there. Smith getting pested in the backcourt. Going to try and get across. Yes, she does. Smith, a little push off there. She'll fight it, though. Smith inside, dishes it off. Shot up. Foul. Going to go on 22. That's Farrell, Chesney Farrell. And going to the line now will be Jaden Annette.
And as you see, there's Natalie Smith just looking comfortable with the ball and taking it, drawing defenders, and she was able to pass it off to her teammate, and she's got 2 shots.
So this is Annette. First one good. to tie game once again at 6 now. 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Another substitution made.
That's Chesney Farrell that will take a seat.
And second free throw's long. Rebounded, though, by East Knox. Ernsberger had it for a moment, gives it up. And now it'll go out to the corners, and they'll reset things, except a travel beforehand. That turnover will go on Raylan Todd. Into the game for Centerburg is number 25, Olivia Joyner. Also in, number 2, Evie Stowe, who has the ball right now, gives it up. Johnson inside, trying to find Joyner. It's turned over by the Lady Trojans, and here come East Knox. East Knox in and out move. This is Smith finding another open shot for the Lady Bulldogs. That one was no good by Annette. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. So a lot of open space here for Centerburg. Shot's no good there by Joyner, and now a foul will be called as she tried to fight for the rebound there. East Knox will likely get the last shot of the quarter here. Here's that replay, and tried to fight for a jump ball, but ended up being a foul in the referee's eyes.
One thing to note is this Centerburg team seems like they have a new look on the court from what we saw in the starting lineup. So this East Knox team, it looks to be pretty much the same, because I think they're lacking depth tonight, as we talked about. So it's going to be interesting to see players wear out as the game goes on.
Devon inside, clanks it off the glass, no good. And it's rebounded by Centerburg. They've got 14 seconds to get a shot off. Nice outlet pass will meet Stowe in stride. Stowe inside, layup, blocked. Nice block there, 14 Ernsberger. 3 seconds to go. They have to throw something up, Centerburg. Inside.
And we've got a foul.
Gotta get a shot up, and the foul will send Shepard to the free throw line with no time on the clock. So these will be 2 free throws before the quarter ends. So Shepard will focus up and try and knock these down to give them a lead going into the second quarter. The first one, no good. She's got one more, though. Shepard with the second, the 5'10 freshman clanks it in. So that's going to give Centerburg the advantage, 7-6, as we head into the second quarter. You're watching live and free KMAC basketball on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
And we're back in action. Jonathan Langdon along with Grant Hogger on the OH Report. Centerburg taking on East Knox. East Knox 2-3 on the year, 1-1 in KMACtion. Centerburg 1-4. And they have not yet to win a KMAC game this season. Ball is inside. It's going to be a jump ball. And the arrow is pointing towards East Knox, so the Lady Bulldogs will take it out. East Knox looking to break this press. There will be a push. East Knox will take it again. I want to take a second to thank a couple partners for putting this game live and free on the OH Report. Thank you to Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community, and Saber Healthcare Group, Centerburg Pointe, focused on creating a home-like atmosphere beyond the barriers of a traditional long-term care community.
And we saw Natalie Smith just drive and draw the defense again, and she was able to pass it off to her teammate, Ella Devon.
So the bucket for East Knox gives them the lead, 8-7. 3 is long there. Rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs. They'll look to do it again. Oh, nice effort to try and save that one by Ernsberger, but it will be another East Knox turnover. Eight to 7, East Knox. Centerburg with the ball. Stowe drives in, kicks it out. 3 is up, no good. Almost went in there, though. And a good rebound by East Knox, and a timeout by the Lady Bulldogs, and they will fight to get the ball back after that whole collision there. 8 to 7, East Knox up 1. We already saw a quick bucket in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, for what I've noticed, Centerburg, they're looking to shoot the 3. They haven't made too many, but that's not stopping them from getting their shots up, and they might be a dangerous team. It looks like East Knox is letting them get the shots up, but they might become a dangerous team once they start knocking them down.
Yeah, Nella Devon has been leading the way for this East Knox team. She's got 4 of the 8. She had a long mid-range jumper, and she had that bucket she just got in the second quarter. This is a full timeout, so we'll see how long they decide to take on this. The East Knox drawn up a couple things. Centerburg seems to be ready to go.
It looks like what we've been seeing from Centerburg's defense. They've been kind of keying in on Natalie Smith. It looks like they tried to double team her a little bit in the first quarter, and she's still been able to drive in and dish off to their teammates for some easy baskets.
Seems like the entire team is ready to get on the court. We'll see who actually takes the court here.
Exactly.
Well, with East Knox, it seems like it's going to be their main 5 the entire way.
Looks like it. For tonight, it doesn't look like they're going to have much depth, so let's what they're going to want to do is stay out of foul trouble. Obviously, they don't want to lose any of their starting 5, late in the game especially.
They did go with Ernsberger for a little bit, but she is back on the bench. So this is the starting 5 that East Knox had on the court now. They'll go long and try to get a long pass. It is stolen away, though, by Clara Johnson. She gives it up. Shepard, crossover move, inside, floater, no good, short. Rebounded by Annette. She'll get it to Smith. Smith has 1 point so far. Euros around, shot up, no good. Almost went in there, though. This is rebounded by the Lady Trojans. Shepard will get it up court, get it right back. She'll hand it off now. Johnson drives towards the middle, kicks it out. 3 for Glenn, no good. Smith with the rebound. She's got numbers. She'll look to run, and now nice defense in transition here from Centerburg. The shot up, no good. Nice offensive rebound and a layup up, and that will go for Kaya Sawyers. Yeah, East Knox had the numbers there, but it was good hustle from Centerburg to try and get those numbers back, but still a bucket to go for the Lady Bulldogs. Corner 3 up and way long. Skillman will try and fight for it, can't quite do it. East Knox get the ball back. Or actually, yes, East Knox will take it.
One thing I've seen is this Centerburg team likes to put up 3s, but East Knox has been doing a great job of boxing out and not letting East Knox get rebounds off those, or letting Centerburg get rebounds off those 3s, and limiting possessions for Centerburg.
Some more press. It's a 1-2-2 from Centerburg. It will get tipped out. Actually tipped out off the knee of Todd there, so it'll be another East Knox turnover.
Just that seems to be their kryptonite, East Knox's kryptonite tonight, just Centerburg's press.
Ball was with Shepard, gives it up. Another 3 will go up and just miss. Almost bounced up and right in. Glenn with the missed shot. Devon has 4 points so far. She'll give it up. Driving in, this is number 2, Todd. She gets it to go. That's Reese Todd, the sophomore guard. Here's another quick shot up by Centerburg. No good. 12-7. Starting to break out here for East Knox, a 5-point lead. Todd gives it up to her sister. Annette holds things up. Devon way out top. Now on that left wing. They'll look to throw it over, and that's another careless turnover by the Bulldogs. That one at the hands of Sawyers, and Smith will come right in for her.
The Centerburg teams are doing a great job on defense as well as offense. They're getting the looks they want, I think. I just don't think any of them, and they're getting shots up quick, but they're good shots, but they're just not getting any of them to fall right now.
So 2 subs. Smith will check back in. Ernsberger will also come in. Annette off to the bench. And Centerburg will set their offense up again. They need some sort of run here to get back in it. It's been a 6-0 run. Ooh, for 6-0 run for East Knox. There's a foul that will send Centerburg to the line, and it was a rough collision. You can see the replay here. Larimore with the floater kind of just landed on top of Sawyers there. And 2 free throws on the way. The shot clanks out.
So far, Centerburg's been to the line. They've made 4 of their free throws, but have missed 3. We'll see if she can make it 5 made free throws right now. And she
Second
does.
one is good. So it's 12-8. They break the run. It was 6-0. Or I should say it was 7-6 at the end of the first, as there's another turnover and another likely layup here. It will just miss. Farrell was wide open, scooped it with the left and couldn't get it to go, and the frustration there after missing the layup won't result in a foul, but she gets it tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a frustration foul. Made a good play at defense.
Oh, it wasn't a foul. It just went out of bounds.
Oh, sorry about that.
But you could definitely see it there.
Yeah, you could definitely see she went after it.
Another steal. Layup is good. Count it. Clara Johnson going to go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 12-10. .343.
Great job by Centerburg's press. Finally resulted in some points. They've been forcing turnovers this whole first half, but that one finally pays off.
And as we get to the line here, Johnson makes it a 3-point play. Make sure to join the conversation in the fan zone. Comment on this game, where you are watching from and who you're cheering for, and we'll shout you out on the air. Here's another turnover for East Knox. Centerburg will run in transition, out for 3, top of the key, no good. Offensive rebound and another foul. Centerburg going back to the line, this time with Chesney Farrell. That's now going to be foul number 8 on East Knox. That's the second on Ernsberger, the only player to come off the bench so far for, actually one of 2 players who've come off the bench. First free throw, no good. An update from across the OH Report world. Danville right now up on Fredericktown, 53-51 in the 4th quarter. That was an earlier start than this, even though this game was already moved up an hour. That second free throw also no good. So it'll stay 12-11. So once again, 53-50. Danville up on Fredericktown as it's tipped out of bounds. East Knox will take it again.
Fans here not liking the missed call. I think they felt there should have been an offensive foul on the ball handler.
Devon definitely got an arm up in there. No call from the ref. Todd will now get fouled, and Lady Trojans not too happy with that call. East Knox will take it on the sideline. This is Todd who will inbound. Gets it in. Todd to Reese there. It's a no good pass and another turnover.
That's 15 now for East Knox.
15 in the first half. 3:12 to go in the second. Kenley Farrell, excuse me. Back inside. Hand off. Farrell gives it. Larimore, wide open layup with the left. So that's Kayla Larimore getting on the board again. She's now the leading scorer on the game. She's got 5, and another East Knox turnover makes it 16 on the game. And the home crowd's getting into it.
It'll be interesting to see if East Knox makes any adjustments at half to just deal with this pressure from Centerburg's full court, 3/4 quarter press.
So East Knox will match up in man. Farrell drives in, looking for contact, doesn't quite get the call. Ernsberger with the rebound, she'll hand it off now. Cross court to Smith, rip through, drives around, looking for anyone to get open. It's back with Smith. She's open in the corner for 3, it's no good. And now they'll get a 3 in the key call. That will likely go on a net. And with 2:30 to go, Centerburg will look to build on their lead. Ever since giving up a 6-0 run, they went on their own 6-0 run. It's 13-12. Avery Glenn gives it up. That's a turnover. Stolen by East Knox. Raylan Todd, cross court, looking. Ernsberger, mid-range jumper, no good. And it's rebounded. That'll be a jump ball. It'll go Centerburg's way. So still a 1-point lead for Centerburg. The Trojans will bring it up with Larimore. Larimore, that pass almost picked off. She'll let it roll out of bounds. Some more subs for Centerburg.
For East Knox, both Raylan Todd and Ellie Devon have both been definitely looking to pick off those passes and just go with the ball. They've almost got a few of them.
Farrell has the ball back in play for Centerburg. Cross-court pass. Larimore had a chance to shoot, decides to give it up, though. Outside, Farrell will think about it. Drive towards the middle, handoff. Stowe, mid-range jumper, off the glass, no good. Larimore fighting for the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Shepard, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line yet again. And they're living at the free throw line right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been did a good job there of getting. East Knox has been rebounding pretty well on getting defensive rebounds, but lately East Knox, or Centerburg rather, has gotten a few second chance opportunities, and they've gotten fouled and going to the line, and we'll just see how their free throws go.
So shooting 2, Tiara Shepard misses the first. .141 to go in this first half. Centerburg up 1, just like they were at the end of the first. Now up 2 after that made free throw from Shepard. It's 14-12. East Knox have some work to do to try and get some offense going. They've turned it over quite a bit in this first half. Get it up ahead to Devon. Inside, layup, no good. Rebounded by Centerburg. Cross-court pass. They had a girl open across the court, just couldn't quite get it to her cleanly. Shepard dishes it out. Farrell thought about a 3. Keeps her dribble, hands it off, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds. Another turnover for the Centerburg team.
I was going to say before that turnover, Centerburg seems like they've taken over the game. I'm not sure if they've just been playing even better defense than they were to start, It was strange seeing how many turnovers East Knox had, and they still held the lead. But now we see Centerburg's finally capitalizing on the good defense they're playing.
And Centerburg right now on the positive end of a 7-0 run. Breaking the press that time. Picking up her dribble, getting a double. Smith, long range three, banks off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Centerburg finally, and we'll see what the call is here. Another jump ball, that will stay with East Knox. Honestly, I didn't think East Knox had possession of that one for very long.
No, I don't think so. I expected a foul call there.
But the 50-50 will give it back to the Lady Bulldogs. Annette was wide open. Smith just didn't find her. And now it's in the hands of Todd. 49 seconds to go. Good job to keep her pivot there. Devon goes off glass. It's no good again. And Kenley Farrell, the freshman, will look to run in transition. Another pass. This time finds an open girl inside. That's Tiara Shepard yet again on the board. She's got 4. And now another good defensive effort by Centerburg. Will reset things on the sideline. East Knox will keep it though. Smith inbounds. 23 seconds. 16-12. Centerburg, a nice screen set across the court. Devon gives it up. Ernsberger met by a double team, looking outside, gets it back. 12 seconds to go. Shot up, shot no good, clanks off. Shepard with the rebound. They've got 7 seconds to find something. Shepard doesn't know how much time's left on the clock. Goes upside, throws one up. Nothing's going to happen there. That's the end of the first half. They tried to get a shot with Glenn, but just ran out of time, and 16-12 will be the score going into the locker rooms.
Yeah, we've got a good game going on here. It looked like East Knox was the only team making shots, and now Centerburg finally starting to get some shots to fall. The only thing East Knox has to worry about is just taking care of the ball, and they can get themselves right back in it and see if they can go on a run of their own to come out of the second half.
Centerburg looking for their first KMAC win in quite a while. We'll have the second half here live and free on the OH Report in a couple moments.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
It's a close one here in Centerburg. Centerburg up 16-12 on East Knox. East Knox 1-1 in the KMAC, looking for their second win. And Centerburg looking for their first win in the KMAC in quite a while. We'll have the rest of the second half along with stats coming up in a couple of moments. Want to thank our partners who have help us put this game together. Saber Healthcare Group, focus on creating a home-like atmosphere beyond the barriers of a traditional long-term care community. They are committed to providing senior care services designed to meet the needs of our patients and strive to positively impact the community we serve. Also, thank you to Monarch Title Services. Without the support of Rachel Salmons and her crew at Monarch Title, Centerburg football would not be available live and free, or Centerburg basketball would not be available live and free to Trojans fans. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose the title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere. Also, thank you to Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Stop by Webb's Marathon to join the Webb's Rewards program, where you can earn dollars off fuel and free drinks and coffee. Go Trojans. And finally, Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. Thank you to all of our sponsors for tonight's game. Coming up, we'll have a look at stats here live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Here's our halftime show as we get ready for a fantabulous second half of play, brought to you by Webb's Marathon and Automotive. 16-12 the score here in Centerburg. Centerburg looking for their first win in the KMAC in quite a while. They're on pace to do it today.
Yeah, and they've really came and stormed back in that second period. Definitely went on a big run. They forced turnovers the whole game, but finally started to make some of those pay off, and they started making their shots.
Jonathan Langdon with Grant Hogger today, and that 16-12 score, it's been led by That's been led by Tiara Shepard right now, who's got 5, leading the way for all scorers. Also here to look at the halftime stats, just 1 3 on the board. It's from Centerburg. And another story to tell are these free throw numbers. 5 of 11 for Centerburg, just 2 free throws for East Knox.
Yeah, they've been definitely doing a good job getting to the line. They just need to make them count more. I mean, they'd be way ahead if they were just shooting the free throws a little bit better. But they've been doing a good job getting possessions for themselves, even offensive rebounding a bit in that second period to draw some of those fouls.
And another storyline to look at is the turnover numbers, 18 for East Knox compared to Centerburg's 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at another game in the KMAC going on. So Danville right now is up 66-55 with 22 seconds to go. So it's pretty much a done deal there. Danville will improve and put one more win in the win column, and we'll see what happens here with the rest of this second half. 50 seconds to go before we get out on the court and ready to go with this second half. What are you looking for from East Knox, Grant?
Definitely, I'm sure the number one thing we're too concerned about was we've talked about it probably too much, just control the ball. One thing we talked about in pregame was they like to go out, push the pace, push the ball a little bit, but Centerburg hasn't given them the chance to do that really. But let's see if they take a little bit of control of the game, can actually push the pace and get themselves some easier shots, and see if East Knox can get some to fall.
And honestly, sometimes it feels like Centerburg is kind of playing them into their own trap. They like to run, but this press is designed for teams that like to run and kind of just to get them off their pace.
Yeah, this East Knox team has definitely been focused on dribbling the ball up the court, and they've kind of just been dribbling right into Centerburg traps. Maybe see if you can't get some off-ball movement and get some East Knox players open. It's a lot harder to defend for Centerburg.
Speaking of Centerburg, ball is back in play. They have it. Larimore for a moment had it, dishes it out to the corner. A 3 almost falls for the Lady Trojans. The rebound will go to East Knox, and this is Smith running up the court. Blocking foul will send East Knox to the line, where they've only shot it 3 times to make it now number 4 and 5 on these 2 free throws. This will be Ella Devon, who has led the way for East Knox with 4 points.
Yeah, we just talked about it. I mean, they got the ball, just got out in transition quickly, and they got themselves a quick shot.
First free throw is good. Devon, definitely the shooter on the team, as we saw her hit a mid-range jumper at the beginning of the game, and also now getting involved at the free throw line. 5 now for her. And the second free throw is good.
Absolutely ideal start for East Knox. First possession, 2 points.
16-14. So final score in Danville is it's a bucket's there, good here in Centerburg. It was right a foot on the line there. The shot by Kennedy Glenn goes in. The final score there, 66-55. Danville get the win. And they will improve their record. Here's a steal by Larimore. 18-14, Centerburg on top. Trying to save it, does it. Larimore has an opportunity to finish with the left hand, no good. Would have been a nice play there from the Lady Trojans, just couldn't get it to go. Smith with the rebound, and here she comes the other way. Oh, and a collision across the court, and I was worried for Farrell there for a moment, but she hops right back up. She's excited.
Yeah, that was a big hit. I was kind of just dribbling in the wrong area at the wrong time. That was a good job by Farrell to just be there and get set and take that charge. And a lot of courage to take that charge as well. She went down hard.
Respect there for Farrell getting right back up after that hit. Another shot, same spot as she hit the last one. That one no good. And Smith snatches the rebound, but also gets fouled in the process. Already 2 team fouls in this second half for Centerburg. Smith, another blocking foul will give East Knox another dead ball opportunity. And another team foul, make it 3.
East Knox has been, just the first few possessions getting up the court, has been a lot quicker to get the ball up the court. Looking a little bit more comfortable with the ball, I think.
Smith inbounds. Devon drives left, Draws some defenders. Doesn't matter. Another nice finish there.
Yeah, great take by her. Nice quick basket.
She's up to 8 now on the game. Cross-court pass. Larimore almost lost it. Between the legs move will drive towards the middle. Kenley Farrell hands it off. Avery Glenn. Larimore. Mid-range jumper contested. No good. Smith with the rebound. Smith just 1 point and 2 fouls. Not very characteristic of her as she drives in. Euro step layup. And she shuts me up. Goes up and puts another bucket in. 3 points now. So it's tied, 18s. And a timeout will be called by the Lady Trojans, not liking what they're seeing.
Yeah, just a quick little 6-2 run coming out of halftime by East Knox. Doing a good job controlling the ball, getting the ball to the court fast, and got themselves 6 buckets because of it. Well, 2 buckets and 2 free throws.
So 18-18, tie ball game. 52 seconds. It's a full timeout, so 50 seconds left in the timeout. Grant, a lot of things going on here in the second half, a lot of aggression, a lot of transition buckets. Seen a lot more scoring.
Yeah, just a lot better execution from East Knox. They're not really running a set offense or anything. They're just doing what they like to do. What their coach wants them to do is just get the ball, get the rebound, and get going. I mean, Centerburg just missed a few shots, or East Knox has forced a few turnovers. That's what allows them to get out quick and get the buckets they've gotten so far.
Seen a lot of energy from Centerburg coaches on the court. Bo Glenn, of course, heading things up for Centerburg this year. Mike Vargo and Paul Crago also were in there with some encouraging words for this team to try and get themselves back in it, even though despite it is just a tie game at 18, but they are definitely on the wrong end of a run right now. So on the inbounds play, they'll have a line here, Centerburg. Inbounding is Johnson, gets it over. Kenley Farrell. Farrell will dribble things up. Glenn cross court. Larimore goes towards the middle, dishes it off. Johnson, corner. Some good ball movement here from Centerburg. Larimore, corner 3, bang! 5:24 to go, 21-18.
Definitely looked like a very nice drawn-up play from that timeout, and it got Larimore wide open for a nice 3.
And a questionable pass into the middle of 3 players. East Knox get a travel there. You can see the replay of the 3. Wide open, corner, one of the easier places to shoot it. And Larimore's going to make you pay there. 21-18, 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Handoff. Ball moving around a lot more now after that timeout. Getting some nice set plays. Glenn drives towards the middle. Will throw one up with the left. Just misses. Good effort. And the ball will go out of bounds in favor of East Knox. Still trying to break a zone here. Devon goes cross court to Smith. Smith drawing a triple team. And it ends up working out. So there will be another turnover for East Knox. Interesting. They've got triple team now on Smith after just one layup.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's interesting that they are getting the ball up the court usually with no problem. There's been a few mistakes here, but it's when they get into their actual offense, that's where things have seemed to East Knox's or Centerburg's created problems.
Footer is heavily contested there. It's missed. East Knox will run in transition. Devon will meet a double team in the corner. That's a scary spot to be at. That will roll out. East Knox picking up their dribbles, probably where they shouldn't be right now.
Yeah, I think that was actually a good idea from Devon. She looked like she tried to spin that pass to her teammate under the bucket, but it just didn't quite spin enough.
Farrell will take a screen from Johnson. Farrell draws a double outside for 3. Another one goes for Centerburg. That's Kennedy Glenn, 24-18. Seems to be the difference maker right now. We haven't seen very many attempts at threes, even at that, from East Knox so far. Of course, haven't hit one. There's a mid-range, though. No good. Larimore with the rebound. And all the way across court, they get it to Johnson. Glenn thought about another three. Gives it up, though. Johnson finds some space. Elbow jumper. No good long. Smith with the rebounds. And East Knox, they need to put some points on the board. Smith will get it tipped out. They'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs.
East Knox has been pushing the pace, still continuing to, but it looks like they're doing it just a little bit too out of control. They're just way too easily dribbling into these double teams that Centerburg's creating.
Todd has the ball. She'll get doubled now. And now they'll get it to Smith. The struggle is Smith is doing a lot of the ball handling for this team as she almost turns it over there. Inside, shot up, shot good. Nice pass inside. That will get a bucket up for Sawyers. Sawyers with 4. Larimore gets it blocked, gets her own rebound though. Cross court, it will stay alive. Layup no good. Shot was by Glenn, and there's a foul after the fact. So Kennedy Glenn had an open floater, missed it, and on the rebound fouls East Knox.
That's already 4 fouls for East Knox this half. That might be big. That might create some foul shot opportunities for East Knox late in the game.
Inside, another drive by Devon. It's no good. Good hustle, though, on the rebound. Devon will try again, and a blocking foul will give East Knox some hope here to try and set something up on offense. Smith will inbound on the baseline. 24-20, 4-point game. Smith had 2 open players, just couldn't find them. Smith will have to throw it out deep.
There's been a few times where it seems like it's just at the 4.9 seconds on the almost 5-second violation. Centerburg fans don't like the call, but it was a nice little fake and drive, and she's able to draw the foul. And Devon for 2 shots.
First one up here for Devon. Is good. Clanks off the front iron and in. So that will dig into this deficit a little bit more. Devon has definitely been the one scoring the ball. She's got 9, a chance to make it 10 here. Second free throw is good.
Yep, she's made all 4 of her foul shots this half. And that's kind of what is keeping this game close.
So Devon cashes in from the free throw line. She's got a game-high 10. Farrell hands off. 3 in the corner, another one. No good that time. East Knox will try and save it. Can't quite do it. It'll stay on this side of the court with the Lady Trojans. Ball's inbounded. Johnson drives baseline. Inside, not quite able to finish, but there is a foul there. Annette will get charged with it. 2 free throws on the way for Claire Johnson, a junior.
You can definitely see Centerburg not afraid to put up the threes, as we know, and East Knox probably knows that. They're getting out on shooters, but that's allowing Centerburg to put up some pump fakes and drive right by him.
First free throw, no good. So they've done well getting to the line, but knocking them down, they haven't necessarily been efficient at that.
Yeah, we might have actually a completely different game if they were able to knock down their the opportunities at the line, because they had a lot of them in the first half.
So the first one was no good. Second one will go in. 25-22. It's still a 1-score game. East Knox doing a much better job on the press now. They pick up their dribble. That's been the main problem. As now, nowhere to go. They'll give it up to Smith. Smith into a double team. Throws it across. Devon, floater, no good long. Rebounded by Glenn. And that'll be a double dribble.
Yeah.
Farrell was about to pass it, didn't see it, or saw something to not pass it, and picked it up.
It just
That'll be
kind
a
of
double.
just kind of got caught. Just an awkward situation.
Avery Glenn goes to the bench. Checking in is Evie Stowe. East Knox on offense again, looking for some sort of opportunity. Devon goes baseline, nice pass. Shot up, no good, long. Rebounded by Centerburg, and that'll be a foul, and it will take it towards Centerburg's end. As a loose ball foul will go on number 40, Kea Salyers.
And that's 4 fouls on her already. And she'll have a seat because of those 4 fouls.
Yeah, 5 takes you out in high school. .113 to go in this third quarter. Still a whole nother quarter to go. A lot can happen as there's a shot that's thrown up, no good. Looked like it was partially tipped as well. Rolls out of bounds, Centerburg will take it. Interesting formation here on the side, on the inbound.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
So yeah, they get it inside. It ends up working. Layup short. Rebounded. Another shot. That one will go. So Kayla Larimore, the whole play was to get her open inside on that block, and it worked out there. Smith looking. Gets another one stolen away. Shepard has the numbers. Lobs it up. Larimore will get it to finish. 29-22 now. Devon, 35 seconds to go, throws it into traffic, and another jump ball arrow towards East Knox.
One thing East Knox can't do is exactly what you're seeing on the screen, is turn it over in their own half, because that makes it especially easy for Centerburg to just run and get easy layups like that one.
And some frustration. Also, you can see it from East Knox. Running that play, they didn't even know what they were doing, and there was nobody on them. Smith outside. Another shot up, short. 20 seconds to go, and Centerburg will get the last shot unless they decide to push it here, and they will. Williams wide open all the way. Layup was good. 31-22. It has been a big third quarter for the Lady Trojans. 5 seconds to go. East Knox needs something. Smith gets it down. Will throw up a shot. Actually, no, it's tipped away. And Centerburg end this third quarter on a positive note with that turnover. They are up 9 now going into the fourth quarter. We'll have that fourth quarter for you live and free when we return on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
We're back live and free on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon alongside Grant Hogger as this fourth quarter gets underway. It was all Centerburg in the third quarter, although we did see a lot more scoring from both teams. And we'll see if that translates into this final quarter of play.
Yeah, we saw it.
They were looking for Larimore there to travel. Let's take a look at the broadcast schedule for the rest of the week, and it's going to be a busy Saturday. As today, of course, we had East Knox. Of course, we've got this game between East Knox and Centerburg. Danville and Fredericktown just wrapped up, in fact. Danville got the win there, and then you've got Saturday Mount Gilead and Fredericktown, some KMACtion there, Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, Madison and Mansfield Senior. So that's all that's going on Saturday, and a lot of girls hoops. As we get back to the action here, a steal for Centerburg.
Yeah, coming out in the second half, we saw East Knox get their way back into it with some quick baskets, but Centerburg with some quick baskets to end the third quarter on their own. And
Another shot, no good.
That's why they've got this lead.
And Devon was throwing that up really to nobody. And it's another easy steal. Euro step move, floater no good. That was a great shot there from Larimore, just couldn't get it to fall. Another turnover on East Knox's own end. Fadeaway jumper is good. Tiara Shepard getting a bucket there. She's up to 6. And this is a team, Centerburg, rejuvenated by freshmen. A lot of big minutes from a lot of freshmen here, and Shepard was one of them that just got that bucket. Another one is leading the way, or actually, sophomore leading the way in points, Larimore.
And we talked about Centerburg getting into a bit of foul trouble in that third quarter, and now we've got East Knox in the bonus. Let's see if they're able to capitalize and get themselves back in this game a little bit.
Free throw here from Devon is short, and it was a 1-and-1, so no second free throw. And Centerburg will get a chance to extend on their lead. Shepard almost lost it. Picks it up. Inside, Larimore goes straight up, finishes. She's up to 14 now on the game. 35-22. Passing out of a double is Smith. She gets it to Reese Todd. Another shot from Devon is no good. And Centerburg with 6 minutes to go are looking pretty, as they almost do turn it over there. And a timeout will be called by head coach Bo Glenn as he sees some things that he needs to clean up for this team to hold this 13-point lead with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, we've just seen Centerburg pretty much take over the game. I mean, East Knox came out, showed a little bit of spark, and I believe tying the game against Centerburg to start the half. But since then, it's pretty much just been all Centerburg. They've been getting some easy layups in transition as well as just making their shots. Most of their shots coming from layups. And East Knox just really hasn't had much of an answer. They've just been continuing to turn the ball over a bit like we've seen, like we saw in the first half.
So take a look at some boys hoops broadcasts coming up. Of course, we had some yesterday, and we'll have some Friday. It's actually, is that not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 games on Friday, and one of them will be just highlighted. The other 3 will be live. We've got Mohawk, Upper Sandusky, Monroeville, Crestview, Worthington Christian, and Centerburg will be right here where we are sitting right now, and Grant and I will be on the call for that one as well. Cary and Colonel Crawford will also happen on Friday. That is the one that will just be a highlight. And, of course, Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky on Saturday. That should be a great one as well. Both teams coming out of their timeouts. And we'll get back to action for some girls' hoops.
And if Worthington Christian's anything like I remember, we're probably going to see a lot of threes put up in that game.
They just had a close game against, I think it was Whitehall Yearling.
Yep.
The other day. So we'll see how they come into Centerburg on Friday. The girls hold it now. They've got plenty of time to just ride this clock out. Floater up and just missing there. It was a good look from Shepard. Gets her own rebound, but gets it tipped away. East Knox will take it. Raylan Todd retreats, kicks it out. Ernstberger for 3, needed that one, no good.
Yeah, now would be a great time for East Knox. They haven't been shooting too many threes all game, but now would be a great time to put some up and see if they fall to get back into it.
Johnson almost finished. It was a good effort there, but to no avail. And that's why Ernstberger's in the game right now. That's definitely one of their shooters. Dishing it out, Annette Ernstberger, not afraid to shoot it. Won't do it there, though. Reese Todd throws one up. It's good. Reese Todd
Right on,
makes it a 10-point game.
right on cue, their
yeah.
first 3 of the game, and it's a big one, 10-point game.
They're going to have to put together a lot more of those to try and get back into this one. Nice pass. Johnson wide open. Layup is finished. Just because you're knocking down the threes doesn't mean you can't let up on defense.
Absolutely.
Johnson up to 11. There's a ball thrown away, and Centerburg's going to pick it up, and they might have an easy layup, but no, it goes off the knee of Evie Stowe. Unfortunate break there. Yeah, she just outran the ball, it seemed,
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. She might have been been aware of the defender behind her and just was more worried about that than the ball and finishing the layup.
Smith is going to need to get going here. She gets into a double team, dishes it out. Shot hits the side of the backboard there by Todd. And Farrell will hold things up. 4:06 to go. 12-point lead for Centerburg. They're looking to get their first KMAC win in quite some time. Didn't get a single one last year. 3, no good, rolls around. Rebounded by East Knox. Smith goes inside, not able to finish. Looks like she took a shot to the face. Now a pass up ahead. Layup is no good. But an offensive rebound by Glenn will give it back to Farrell. Bank shot goes in. Kenley Farrell now up to 5. 39-25. Smith open. She's got to shoot it now. Clanks off the top of the backboard. No good. And we'll see if that's a foul or a jump ball. It's a jump ball, and didn't seem like Larimore liked that call.
Seems like Centerburg, we saw coming into this game, they have a few people who can score, a few players that can score the ball, and they're definitely showing up in this game. So we see Larimore with 14, and that's Clara Johnson with 11. East Knox just hasn't had that person they can go to get baskets. Of course, we do know they are missing a few players.
Yeah.
Might have something to do with it.
Something that would be interesting to know, like how different would this game be if they had Sydney Offer?
Absolutely. She would definitely, I think a few more rebounds would go East Knox's way.
Cross-court pass. This is Shepard. Going towards the middle, gets wide open. Layup is good. 41-25. This game has broken out for Centerburg, and they are cruising to a huge win at home. Smith almost lost it and throws it out of bounds off the defender. They'll stay with East Knox.
We've got Reese Todd checking into the game for Smith. And she will take the inbound.
Right off the inbound, there's a shot up, no good by Todd. Rebounded by Farrell. Farrell thought about throwing one up in transition, but coach told her to slow it down. Drop step, right-handed shot, almost goes in. That was a good look, though, by Larimore.
That's definitely one thing that we've seen Kenley Farrell do.
Another 3 is no good. Keeps it alive, though.
Is get the ball in. She'll get the ball in transition, keep her eyes up, and is eager to find an open teammate coming on back on offense.
Devon misses both attempts at shots on that possession for East Knox. Shot up by Larimore. There's no good as well. 2 minutes to go. And it's looking likely Centerburg's going to escape here with a huge win. Illegal screen. Yeah, offensive foul. That will give it back to Centerburg. Timeout called full for East Knox. 41-25. What a huge second half for this Lady Trojan squad.
Yeah, it looks like this East Knox team just didn't have what it took to get back into. You could definitely see them pushing the pace, pushing the ball up the court, but just a little bit out of control, not able to get any really quality possessions. And Centerburg's really been able to get rebounds and control the game here in the fourth quarter.
And definitely a lot of frustration on that East Knox side, getting a lot of turnovers added up on this game. We'll talk about that post game as well. Let's thank our partners who have helped make this game possible tonight. Thank you to Saber Healthcare Group, also Monarch Title Services, Webb's Marathon and Automotive, and Knox Community Hospital. Thank you to all of them. And if your business or organization would like the chance to sponsor an event for the Centerburg Trojans, so of course we've got 2 games today, you can talk to our sales department today at OH Report. So make sure to go on our website, oh.report, for that. Another reminder, this Friday, Centerburg.
Centerburg, Worthington Christian.
Yep.
2 very good teams. It'll be very interesting to see. You know, we had Worthington Christian just a few years ago. Made a state title run, actually. Just came up short in that one, but we know they definitely got a very good program. It'll be very fun to see him coming in here in Centerburg.
Definitely something that Centerburg has against all the other KMAC teams. They're closer to the Columbus. They've got those non-conference opponents that they can get from Columbus. I remember,
Usually,
in fact, Centerburg, the ladies played Afrocentric in the playoffs,
Yeah,
but
last
that
year.
wasn't a non-conference game.
and the Centerburg team, or Centerburg boys team, rather, not this team. Last 2 years, the start of the year, playing against a very good Columbus Academy team.
That shot was up and good by Tiara Shepard. She's now into double digits. She has 10, and it's 43-25. East Knox. Give it out to Smith. Smith inside, finds a lane, shot up, no good. And another rebound by Centerburg, and something Smith will do. Nice behind the back move by Larimore. She's not going to give up defensively, staying in front. And now another timeout.
Yeah, Kayla Larimore, she's only a sophomore, and she looks just very comfortable with the ball. You know, she's got 14 points in this one. Just, you know, new to the high school game. I mean, she had obviously played last year, but just looking really comfortable. I mean, it'll be exciting to see what she does the rest of the year and her last 2 years of high school.
And if anything that we've seen today, the main takeaway is Centerburg is back for on the girls' side. Of course, last year didn't go too well for them, but here they are in an almost 20-point lead, about to get their first win in the KMAC in quite some time.
Yeah, and just looking at the score lines from previous games, they're definitely competitive, and they're definitely going to be competitive. It'll be interesting to see if it's not just competitive. Let's just see if they can get some wins and become a real force in this KMAC conference.
Yeah, and we talked about their last game against Mount Gilead, a team that is 5-0 right now. They took them down to the wire. It was a 2-point game when it was all said and done.
And another interesting game to note, East Knox actually plays Cardington next, but so does the Centerburg team. They just, play at different times. We'll actually see Centerburg and Cardington actually, we'll see as an OH report, but that game's going to be played at MVNU, a place we're very familiar with.
I don't remember the official name for that, but I know I'm working it, so I'll definitely be there and probably will end up watching that game. I know they've got a good amount of teams for that event.
Absolutely. Always seems like 20 teams coming in for that event.
58 seconds to go. We saw a travel on Centerburg's end that gave a 3-up now to East Knox. Reese Todd knocks down her second 3 of the game. She's up to 8 quick points. Actually just had 2 in the first half, now up to 6 in the last couple of minutes. Joyner has it up top. Will drive in, no good on the layup, but right there to clean it up is Riley Skillman, and that earns some praise from the crowd in Jubilee. With now a 17-point game, that gets rolled out of bounds. Centerburg will take it over. They can dribble the clock out.
It's always fun to see, some players that come in late in the game and are able to make an impact in games where you have the game well in hand.
Shepard picks up her dribble, needs someone to find. Gets it to Joyner. Joyner, the lone senior on the team. This one will get thrown away. This will be backcourt. 10 seconds to go until Centerburg earn a win. Their second of the year.
Yeah, and as we said, they're playing Cardington team. They've been good for a long time. They were conference champions last year, so it'll be a very fun game, I think.
Reese Todd has it, gives it up. Smith, long range 3, no good. Rebounded by Centerburg, and that is going to do it. First win in the KMAC on the year for Centerburg. Final score 45-28.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams move forward. We've been talking about Centerburg. They've got to play Cardington on the 22nd, but East Knox has to face a very good Cardington team who, so we said, conference champions last year. They're second in the KMAC right now. East Knox has them coming up next.
When we return, we'll have our MVP for this one live and free on the OH Report.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Time for our Monarch Title Services Player of the Game. With me right now, Kayla Larimore, sophomore, just scored 14 points in this huge win for Centerburg. Final score 45-28. Congratulations, Kayla. Big win for you guys.
Yep.
First one in the KMAC in a while. Just talk about what that means for this team.
It means a lot to us because we've been trying to work our butts off just in the gym, outside the gym, trying to bring the culture back because we had rough couple of years, but we're just trying to just bring it back, like the energy, the intensity, all of that in practice, weight room, everything.
Yeah, and this is a team rejuvenated by freshmen. Of course, you as a sophomore are going to be entitled to be a leader on this team going forward. 14 points, you led the way scoring. What are some other ways you want to lead towards as you go on?
I want to lead on rebounds, assists. I want to get my teammates involved, just all of that.
Let's talk about some of the opportunities you got to score, how your teammates were setting you up. What was really going for you today against this team?
Just all the layups. I was getting fouled. I was going to the free throw line, all that. My teammate Tiara, she set me up with a good pass. Just good passes leading me to the rim to score.
Yeah, and you forced a lot of turnovers on this East Knox team, a team that didn't get very comfortable with your press. Just talk about what Coach wanted you guys to do to try to get under their skin a little bit.
He wanted us to get up, press them, because he knew they couldn't handle the ball. They couldn't handle our pressure. And he knew that when we worked on this during practice this week, he knew we'd do very good during the game.
All right, thank you so much, Kayla. Fantastic job today. Good win for you guys, and this will propel you as you go on for the rest of the season. So this is Kayla Larimore, our MVP for this game, thanks to Monarch Title Services. That's going to do it for us. We'll actually take it back in a couple moments. We'll go over some stats here on the OH Report.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb higher, climb
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Before we go, we've got some post-game stats for you. Jonathan Langdon alongside Grant Hogger as we wrap up this game between Centerburg and East Knox. Centerburg get their first KMAC win in a long time. They didn't get one last year. They finally get one this year. And in fact, their second win of the year overall, that already matches their total from last year.
Yeah, I mean, they're just saw tonight. They looked pretty good. I mean, they're definitely, as we said, they're competitive this year. They were competitive against who's the early front runner in the conference, and they showed us why that's the case tonight. They showed us that they definitely have some potential, and their program's heading in a good direction, as Kayla said.
Let's compare some stats. 45-28 was the final score. Centerburg with the win, and the number that strikes out for me is the fact East Knox had more turnovers than points.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's exactly what Centerburg did with their full court press. They just didn't allow East Knox to get in any sort of a groove. They just did a great job. And on the opposite end, Centerburg actually only had 5 turnovers in the second half, and a lot of those came at, in garbage time when they had some of the bench come out. I think a couple of those. So they really only had like 3 turnovers before like very late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and just a huge game for Centerburg. This is, as I said, huge for them as they go on to the rest of the season. This is a message to the rest of the KMAC. Centerburg is back, and they're a threatening team once again.
Absolutely, and they have as we said, they have a very big opportunity. And their next game, December 22nd at MVNU against the defending champs, Cardington. So it'll be very fun to see what happens in that game.
So once again, final score 45-28. Centerburg get the win on their home floor at Trojans Gym. Thank you so much for being with us today. Let's actually take a second to thank some of our partners with us. Thank you to all of our partners who help us get this going. Webb's Marathon and Automotive, of course, was our sponsor for this post-game show. Also, Monarch Title Services, Knox Community Hospital, and Saber, Centerburg Pointe as well. And if your business or organization is interested in sponsoring an event for Centerburg, make sure to contact our sales department. We've got another game right here this Friday. Centerburg and the guys team will take on Worthington Christian.
That should be a very fun one. We've got Worthington Christian, state title runner-up just a few years ago. So it'll be exciting to see their brand of basketball coming here into the heart of Ohio, Centerburg.
For Grant Hogger, I'm Jonathan Langdon, and thank you to the rest of our crew. That's going to do it for us. Have a good rest of your night. This is the OH Report.